Do you ever lose sales because your potential client doesn't like your timeline for getting started? They find out about your backlog and they're turned off. And just like that, they're gone. Most landscapers think the sale is dead at this point. But in today's episode, I'm going to show you why that's not true and exactly what to do about it. We're going to talk about how to follow up the right way, how to use automation and personal outreach to stay in the game. And I'm going to introduce you to a concept called gold mining, a core theme from my upcoming book, The Tree of Good Fortune, The Landscaper's Guide to Direct Response Sales and Marketing. I'm Jack Jostes, and you're listening to the Landscaper's Guide podcast, where we share sales, marketing, and leadership tips to help you grow your landscape company. So if your digital marketing is dialed in, chances are you're getting a surge of inbound leads during March, April, and especially May. That's peak season for landscape-related searches on Google throughout the country. And that's a great problem to have, but it comes with a catch. At this time of year, you may be already looking at a backlog of 2 weeks, 6 weeks, or maybe even several months out. And when you tell a hot lead that timeline, some of them are not going to like it. And that's exactly what today's episode is all about. So let's dig in. During peak season, leads are coming in, the phone is ringing, Google is firing. But by this time of year, you may already have a backlog, and some people aren't going to like it, especially if they've never hired a landscape company before and they don't understand why this happens in the green industry. You get on the phone with a lead, it goes great, they love what you do, the budget's there, they're excited, and then you tell them about your installation timeline. Maybe it's 6 weeks out, maybe it's 3 months out, and they say, wow, that's a long time. I was hoping to get this done a lot sooner. And they say they're going to call around. Here's what I want you to understand. If they call another reputable contractor in your area, a good one, someone who's actually busy and doing quality work, chances are they're going to hear a similar timeline from that contractor. That's just the reality of the market right now. Good landscapers are booked out. It's not a problem. It's a sign that you're doing something right. And here's the other thing that happens when they start calling around. A lot of contractors don't even answer the phone because it's peak season and they're too busy. So they don't even call back. They don't get proposals out on time. And the experience of trying to hire a landscaper is genuinely frustrating for a lot of homeowners and commercial clients too. So here's how to handle it. Don't panic. Don't discount your work or squeeze them in when you're ready. And whatever you do, don't give up on them, because this is where most landscapers drop the ball. They hit the first no on timeline and they never follow up again. That's where money is left on the table. And today we're going to talk about how to go back and get it. I want to introduce you to something we call gold mining. This is a strategy I've personally managed at Ramblin Jackson, and it's been a contributing factor to over $20 million in revenue. I just looked at QuickBooks, and it's something that we not only practice ourselves, but it's a core strategy we teach our Ramblin Jackson clients. And once you understand it, you're going to start seeing opportunities everywhere. So what is gold mining? It's the practice of digging through leads, contacts, and past clients you already have and finding opportunities hiding in there. These aren't cold strangers. These are people who raised their hand. They filled out the form on your website. They called your office. They met you at a trade show. Maybe they got a proposal, and for one reason or another, they just didn't move forward yet. The key word is yet. A lot of contractors focus entirely on generating new leads. And yes, that matters. You do need new leads. But if you're not working on what's already in your pipeline, you're leaving gold on the ground. Leads you already paid to get. Relationships you already started. People who already know your name. So gold mining is going back for those people systematically, intentionally, and with a reason to reach out. And timeline objections, those are some of the best gold mining opportunities you've got because here's what often happens. They call around and nobody answers. Nobody follows up and life gets busy. And 3 months later, they still need exactly what you do. They might even be a little embarrassed they didn't move forward sooner. So why not be the one who picks up the phone and reaches back out first? Okay, so what does this actually look like? There are two layers to a great follow up system. The first layer is automation. You should have an email nurture sequence that stays in touch with leads automatically over time. Could be showing off recent projects, talking about your process, sharing tips for gardening. These emails keep you top of mind without you having to manually reach out to every single person every week. They do the heavy lifting in the background. The second layer, and this is what actually closes deals, is the personal follow up. A real phone call, a text message, someone on your team reaching out and saying, "Hey, we talked a few months back about your project, and we're currently starting to schedule fall installs. Does that make sense to talk again?" Specifically, here's a sequence that works. Call them a couple weeks after they told you no about timeline. Chances are they've already tried two or three other contractors who never even picked up the phone. They're going to be impressed that you followed up. And if they're still not a buyer, follow up again at the end of the season and say, "Hey, did you ever get your backyard project completed? We're currently scheduling fall, and we're also wanting to let you know that we offer maintenance." And maybe they become a maintenance customer. That's it. You're going to need to tailor the message to the person, but it's not that complicated. It's just being consistent. Remember, your biggest competitor isn't another landscaper. It's doing nothing. Life gets in the way for people. Kids get sick, cars break down, people go on vacation. The home project list just gets forgotten. So if you follow up, you have a real shot at that sale. And if you don't, nobody does. And one more thing, don't just check in. Don't just, "I'm just following up." Follow up on the specific problem they had. If they had a drainage issue and there's a big rain event coming, call them and say, "Hey, I was thinking about you. Did you ever get your drainage problem sorted out?" And when you remember the problem that people had, people feel like you were actually listening. And that alone sets you apart from 90% of the other contractors out there. Now, all of this only works if you're organized. And I know that's the hard part. Gold mining requires keeping good notes, who you talked to, when, what project they wanted, what their objection was, whether that's a CRM, a spreadsheet, a notebook, some kind of combination of all of the above. You need somewhere that tracks it. So when you go back, you're not calling someone and fumbling through why you're even reaching out. The contractors who are best at this are the ones who plan their follow up in advance. They block out time on their calendar. They look at who's been in the pipeline for 30, 60, 90 days, and they treat it like a system, not an afterthought. And that is exactly why we built Lead Wrangler, our sales and marketing CRM designed specifically for landscape companies. It helps you keep track of where every lead is in your pipeline, send automated email nurture sequences in the background, and make sure those personal follow-up calls actually happen on schedule. One of the features that I really love is called Engagement Score. It tracks when a lead is visiting your website, opening your emails, and clicking on your content. And it alerts you so you can follow up at exactly the right moment and when they're thinking about you. So we've rolled out Lead Wrangler at Ramblin Jackson for our Wild Frontier clients first, and the results have been really cool. One of our clients, Scott Parker from Parker Landscape Design, sent out his first email campaign to his existing database and reactivated two sales from people who had gotten proposals in the past, like way in the past. And now they're moving forward. So that's real gold mining in action. If you've been running your leads out of your memory or a stack of sticky notes, There's a way better way. So check out Lead Wrangler at ramblinjackson.com/Wrangler. I'll put a link to that in the show notes also. So here's what I want you to take away from today. When a lead pushes back on timeline, don't write them off. Understand they're probably going to hear the same thing from any reputable contractor. So stay organized, set up your email nurture sequences, and at the right time, make a personal call or text. Start gold mining. Look who's already in your database. See the people who called, filled out the form, got a proposal, and went quiet, and follow up on that specific problem they had. Ask if they got it solved. Be the contractor who actually remembers them. And speaking of gold mining, I'll be releasing my new book, The Tree of Good Fortune, The Landscaper's Guide to Direct Response Marketing, with updated content about AI, how consumer habits have changed since COVID, what's working right now, and tons of new chapters on business strategy and direct response marketing. You do not want to miss the announcement of this book, so be sure to join my email newsletter by signing up at landscapersguide.com/podcast. And when you do, I'll email you my top 3 podcast episodes right away. My name's Jack Jostes, and I look forward to talking with you next time on the Landscaper's Guide podcast. Be sure to check out the show notes to click on all the links I mentioned in today's episode, and I'll talk to you next week. Like today's video and subscribe to our YouTube channel to get upcoming videos to help you grow your snow and landscape company. My name's Jack Jostes, and check out my free resources in the show notes and click the next video to grow your business.